COVID cases are increasing exponentially around the world. And with that, it's no surprise that more international arrivals, OFWs, non-OFWs, balikbayans, and foreigners who are arriving in the country, in the Philippines, are turning positive results in their quarantine hotels. Some argue, wait, how can they be positive? They have with them a negative test result prior to arrival in the country. Remember that the test result cannot always detect infection. You could be exposed today and you get a test and you'd still be negative. No, it takes days for the test to pick up the viral load, especially if low, may not be detected. Another factor, how can they be positive? They could have been exposed a day before their flight or on the day of their trip, maybe at the airport. Another factor that the reason that they're positive could be, it could be a false positive where you are actually not infected but the test says you're positive. So the RT-PCR test is not perfect. There are also false negative then. But I've been hearing many kababayans are turning positive na talaga, guys. It's kind of worrying. Babylon shared in a group asking, she and her partner were surprised because they turned out positive and neither of them have symptoms. They said they asked PadLab, their testing laboratory in Manila, to have a reswab. They want to get swabbed again for a second opinion, but they were very disappointed. They were told that, sorry, there is no reswab, no second opinion, no reswab is offered. You're positive and that's it. You have to follow now the isolation or quarantine days. And what's the quarantine days for those who get positive results? So for those who are positive po, 10 days quarantine. So you get test, the day 1 would be the day you receive your result. So that's 10 days. So let's say you were swabbed on the 5th day, okay? You got your result on the 6 days, and then plus 10. So that's like a total of 16 days. That's yellow list. If you're unvaccinated and you get a negative or you get a positive result, it's the same, 10 days extra quarantine. So 7th day testing, okay? 7th day, you receive your result on 8th day. Oh, this is day 1 of the 10 days quarantine. So that's 17 days. Gosh, I know it's so long. Why don't they start counting on the day of your quarantine? Because you've been there in that room anyway. You've been quarantining already. Anyways, yes, I just want to be aware. And what happens if you're positive? PadLab, the Toxicard, they will not be the one who will issue your result, but it is the Bureau of Quarantine. They will not release your result, but the Bureau of Quarantine. That also creates worries and confusion to travelers kasi you're just being told that you're positive, but where's my negative test? Where's my result? Show it to me, but they won't show it to you because they will say BOQ will show it to you. BOQ will release it. One kababayan only found out through One Health Pass. Others, they were called by the testing lab that, hey, you were positive and BOQ will get in touch with you. Ngayon, because it's busy, they are busy because many people are turning positive. And also, Metro Manila are facing an increase and surge in cases as well. So, BOQ is very busy daw. Hindi na ma-accommodate yung mga na-positive. So we have kababayans who are right now, they received their positive result and they have been waiting to contact. They have been waiting for BOQ to contact them. They've been trying to contact BOQ, but BOQ is out of reach, unavailable. They're being told, oh, our facilities is already fully booked. We'll get in touch with you once there is an availability. Babylon shared that couple who turned out positive. Have they been transferred? Not yet. They are still in their hotel. So they are extending their stay in their pre-book quarantine hotel at their own expense. So yun po, malaking gastos po. One kababayan also shared that she's staying in a hotel that cost 4,000 pesos per night. She tried to negotiate with the hotel and she was given 1,000 off, so 3,000 pesos per night. And she has to keep extending until BOQ transfers her to another facility. Maybe it's the best time talaga guys to secure travel insurance if you can. No, just in case nag-positive po. And then, you'd have to extend your stay in the hotel, especially if mamahalin yung hotel ninyo. Babylon is still waiting for BOQ to transfer them. And same with this non-OFW, I'm also getting in touch with D. D also turned out positive and she's still waiting for BOQ to transfer her. Now, she keeps extending her stay in the quarantine hotel. Ang sakit po sa bulsa. Now, for families, quarantining together. This is also something that you should be aware of po. If you are positive, let's say there's 3 of you. I'll give you an example. Cassie. Cassie arrived in the Philippines. This was late October. She and her foreign husband and a baby, their son. The husband turned out positive, but they quarantined together. So even if she and her baby are both negative, they also have to comply with the quarantine. So they were given the option to quarantine together with the husband or separate. They asked to be separated na lang, but they were also transferred to another facility because they are considered close contacts. Close contacts who are fully vaccinated, 7 days quarantine. Yung mga infected, positive, 10 days talaga. So, extra 10 days, guys, ha? That's what I've mentioned earlier. If 50 swabbing plus 10, so 15 or 16. Kasi the release of results usually umaabot ng 6 days. And it was for free naman. Pag na-transfer, if you are transferred by BOQ to that facility where the COVID positive people are being quarantined, it's free by the government. And you will not be reswabbed after the 10 days because some people who are infected even after the 10 days quarantine could still be, have a positive result although they are no longer contagious or nakakahawa. So, wala nang reswab, basta matapos mo yung 10 days, uwi ka na. The other day then, 104 OFWs na nag-positive sa hotel, they were transferred to an isolation facility. Oh, you should have seen the media coverage of the government. Talagang ambulance pa. Wow, blaring ambulance. Pero mild and asymptomatic naman. No? They're giving a message to the people that, hey, we're taking this seriously. If you're really taking this seriously, yung pong quarantine violator, why is she still on the loose? Now, what we are asking from the government, from the IETF, 3 things. First, offer reswab option. RT-PCR test is not perfect. Please offer reswab option po if possible. Our kababayans, I think some of them will be happy to even shoulder na lang na expense just for a reswab. Especially those who are fully vaccinated, booster shot, walang symptoms. Offer a reswab. Second, quick response from the Bureau of Quarantine. Quarantine is hard enough. How about for a person quarantining on their own? Naku po, the toll on their mental health, I can't even imagine. Ang hirap po. So what you can do is quick response. In pagbigay po ng information. Hotels. Hotels should know the process. Hotels should have the contact. One Filipina turned out positive, asked her testing center what to do. She was told, you need to contact BOQ. And then she asked the testing center, do you have contact of BOQ? Anong sinabi ng testing center? Oh, why don't you Google? Oh my gosh. And this Filipina had to post pa in a Facebook group asking for the BOQ contact. Like, those things, like, these hotels din pala don't need training information. So, yun po. Offer for a reswab if they want. Make it available. Second, quick response from Bureau of Quarantine. Mahal po magpa-extend ng hotel. Some kababayans are just going home for an emergency. So, wala pong madaming pera. Hindi po lahat ng nasa abroad mayaman. Third, hotels should have the information and the training. Pag nag-positive, they should be able to assist. I hope our government listens to us naman, no? Like, international, we are not the villains. International travelers, we are not the villains. We are following the protocols. So, treat us with dignity po. Yung mga kababayan natin, treat them with dignity. If you know anyone from the government, guys, hire people. If you have connection, please share this to them po.